Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, PDAC 2024 in Toronto. It's day 2, Monday, and commodity here for you on the floor. My first interview partner is Nathan Bridge, the Vice President Exploration of CanAlaska Uranium, and the company had some pretty good results. Nathan, good morning. Good to see you.
Good. Thank you. Yes, thanks for having me on today. Yeah, we had a recent hole here on our Pike Zone. We just announced some great results. At about 17 meters at about 15% equivalent uranium. So some very high grades and some very good widths there.
That's fantastic. When you say equivalent uranium, what else is inside?
Yeah, so equivalent uranium means it's radiometric calibrated. So we have calibrated probes that go down hole that measure it. So assays are still pending.
Yeah.
We have a fairly good control on the assays with the probes here. So we're really interested to see those. Probably about 4 to 6 weeks now till our assay grades. So
okay, super. So you are uranium exploration company, of course. Maybe you can just, before we go a little bit more in medias res, tell us, where are you exploring? What is the company?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're focused on the Athabasca Basin. That's in Canada here. And the reason to focus in the Athabasca Basin is it's got the best uranium deposits in the world, the highest grade deposits that are in the world. You know, they're quite significant compared to those other deposits around the world. But what we've done specifically is focus in the eastern Athabasca. And the reason for that is that's where all the mines and mills and the infrastructure is in the Athabasca. So any new discovery in the eastern Athabasca automatically gets a re-rate. It's closer to existing infrastructure, and that path to production is a little bit easier than other spots in the basin.
Okay, super. Given the fact with this fantastic drill result you had so far, and let's wait for the final result, I would call it, but still it looks like really great.
Yes.
So can you put that into perspective for your, let's say, exploration work this year and for the whole project that you're working on?
Absolutely. So obviously a drill result like that maybe changes the outlook a little bit.
Yes.
But we went into Pike this year with an aggressive plan. It was $7.5 million on West McArthur for 2024. We're about 30% of the way through that budget now.
Whoa.
So we have a couple more holes that we'll finish here for the winter season. Take a break for a couple weeks for breakup, and then we'll be back at it in the summer. So we're expecting to go the full budget and hopefully have another, say, 10 to 12 intersections here on the project this year.
Okay, super. And what is up with, let's say, resource calculation, stuff like this for the future?
Yeah, absolutely. So that becomes the next stage for us here. I think our team would say we're probably about 18 months, 24 months away from a resource calculation.
Okay.
As we know, we've been working on Pike Zone for about 2 years now, and we're seeing some good mineralization, but we weren't getting the widths, right? We're seeing the high grade, but over very small widths. This hole changes that. We're now starting to see the high grades over those significant widths, so we're getting the intervals we need to. This is the first hole in here, Pike, with this sort of result. So we're going to start stepping out from this in a pattern around it, and we'll see what's there at the unconformity, and hopefully in the next 18 to 24 months, looking for that resource.
Okay, super. Assume you have the resource.
Yes.
What would be next steps? Would you search for a partner? I mean, to bring a large resource into production could cause some headaches. We know that.
Absolutely, and uranium production is not for the faint of heart. It's quite a significant endeavor, as we've seen from others in the basin. At CanAlaska, we're a project generator. We're focused on the front end of the cycle. That's something we've been very clear about at the beginning here, is that for us, it's about finding something and moving it into the hands of somebody who can advance it.
Okay, that makes sense.
We are partnered with Cameco on this project. They own about, we own about 84% of the project right now. They own the remainder. I think for us here, the big piece is the next, finishing up the 2024 program, looking ahead to 2025 and starting to see what's actually there and how we can move that ahead.
Okay, super. What other projects you are focusing on? Where do you see, let's say, growth for the company, or let's say good news in the near-term future?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is one project in the portfolio. We actually have access to about 500,000 hectares right now of land in the basin.
I saw it on the website.
Very large
really
portfolio.
Large.
Yeah, so we can't do that all. Obviously, that's very difficult for any company to maintain. So the strategy that we focus is we have certain projects we keep in the portfolio that we're spending our shareholder money on. One of those is Moon Lake South, which last year we announced another discovery there, partnered with Denison Mines at Moon Lake South. So they're actually out there drilling right now, moving that ahead. The other projects in the portfolio we move through deals. In the project generator strategy, find partners who use their shareholders' money to move that ahead. And we just recently announced 2 of those. We've got one with an Australian partner in Basin Energy. That's actually through the option stage. They're optioning into 3 projects. And we also have 2 other that are at the LOI stage. So our Cree East project and then Waterbury Constellation. And that's it's always been the CanAlaska model, to find other parties to bring in with partners, help share the risk and move it forward together.
And let them pay.
And let them pay to a certain point. We always try to retain some form of residual interest here. And the partners we're bringing in, we're always looking for partners that have the same vision and the same outlook as us, so that down the road we can establish that JV and have a good partnership.
That makes sense to me. You said you want to spend $7.5 million. So what is still left in the bank? Are you financed for this year? What does it look like? I mean, uranium is hot, and it will be even more shiny this year.
Yes, no, the last weeks it's gotten pretty shiny, but no, it's we're actually well financed and well structured. We've got about $14 million in cash right now.
14.
Yep. So we expect to spend about another $8 million of flow through. The rest is hard, and we'll see what the next couple drill holes bring and what that means for 2025.
Sounds great to me. Thank you very much, Nathan.
Awesome.
It was a great update, and keep fingers crossed. Please keep finding.
Absolutely. We're trying. We're trying.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there was Nathan Bridge, the Vice President of Exploration of CanAlaska Uranium. You heard it, $7.5 million are going already into the ground. 30% of that is done, but they want to spend another $8 million flow through. And they are in the Saudi Arabia of uranium in the Athabasca Basin, but they are also on the east side, which is fantastic, where you have all the mills and all the mines, meaning the infrastructure. So check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from PDAC 2024.